What is up guys, it's Fred again from Influencer Unchained, and today we have a sweet method that I'll show you the entire demo for turning what's trending on popular culture right now and turning that into money.
I like money!
And the cool thing about this method is that you don't need any special skills and the whole thing is completely free to pull off. Before we start though, do me a very quick favor by extremely gently smashing the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and you can also consider subscribing as well for more cutting edge videos about making money online and digital entrepreneurship just like this one. Plus you can check out my investing channel as well. And with that, let's get started with the video. On to step number 1, and that is to identify the top pop culture trend or trends that you want to make money from. And for example, if you already know what the most popular TV shows or movies or franchises are, then more power to you. But otherwise, you can also check on websites like Reddit is a great place. And there's actually a website called Reddit List, which is right here that you can actually look for what some of the top trending subreddits, which are sort of like forums, right? And what this website does is you can look for what the most popular, not only the most popular subreddits, but also ones that are seeing the most growth in the last day. So for example, if you look towards the right here, we'll see that certain like crypto based games are doing really well, like Crypto Blades, and also a new game called Pokemon Unite. But there's definitely some other stuff, for example, New World, which is like a new video game from Amazon, and I'm sure you'll be able to find some stuff about like certain TV franchises and such as well. And obviously, besides Reddit List and Reddit itself, you can always take to other social media sites like Twitter is a great place to find trends, as well as Instagram. And now I'm actually going to show you yet another website, and it's not social media, but it's a site called the Redbubble Popular Tags Tool. And what this actually does is every Monday it'll update what are the top selling products, in particular merch and print-on-demand products, on the platform Redbubble, which is one of the main marketplaces where people list their designs for various types of, anything that they design. And Redbubble will actually put them onto the website to sell to people. Any person can sell, and basically the website tracks, or this website here, Redbubble Popular Tags, tracks what are the best-selling keywords on the website right now. And so not only does this website help us identify even more trends, but more importantly, it helps us find out what some of the best-selling designs actually look like on Redbubble. And the specific example I want to use here, and by the way, you can actually also use the search bar on the top right to find whatever designs you want for whatever franchise. But here we're going to be using the example of Loki, which is actually a recent TV show and a popular franchise. And even though the first season of the show has ended, it's still ranking very highly at rank 13 on Redbubble as the 13th most popular search term right now. So if we just open up this link here, we'll find some of the top sellers for this keyword of Loki. But one thing you definitely want to avoid when doing designs for any pop culture or franchise is you want to be careful of copyright. And what this means is you definitely want to avoid especially any images that are directly from the franchise. So what this means is even though some people are indeed selling designs like that, that doesn't mean that they're okay, right? For example, if a person gets found out doing this on the top right, the Loki logo, this account is definitely going to be in trouble and their profits could get revoked and stuff like that, right? It's really bad because it's actually illegal to infringe on copyright. But for another example that could actually work without infringing on copyright and still is related to the franchise are, for example, this one that says Loki for president, because even though the name Loki is there, the name might not necessarily be copyrighted, and I don't think it is, because Loki is not just the Marvel character, right? It's actually a Norse god, so it's from Norse mythology.
Of course!
And not only that, but you'll see that the logo that they use for the sticker is from US elections and not from the TV show. And for another example, quotes also work especially well because it's very unlikely that they'll infringe on any sort of copyright, because quotes are generally not, because pretty much anybody can say them, anybody could have said them before, and so on and so forth. So that is usually not a trademark item that you have to worry about. So designs like Love is a Dagger, right, with like a sticker here, and also Burden with Glorious Purpose, these are both references to the show, but don't necessarily infringe on any sort of copyright. And the same can be said for this variant shirt right here as well. And so these are proof essentially that without having a very design close or from the show itself, you'll still be able to capitalize on this trend and even be one of the top sellers within the certain franchise.
Nice!
And with that, on to step number 2, and that is to create our very own money-making product, such as one of these stickers right here for the Loki franchise. But normally you would actually create products or designs for a newer franchise, so you can sort of be one of the first people to the market, right? That usually is a huge advantage and will definitely make you more money rather than jumping on the boat, after the boat has sort of sailed, which is sort of the case with Loki, right? Because the TV show has already ended, or the season has already ended, and so people have already made essentially their money with it. But this is just an example. So for instance, if you wanted to do more Loki stuff, you can literally just take to Google to find other quotes, and this can work for any quotes from any franchise, right? Just go to Google, type in, for example, Loki TV show quotes or whatever franchise quotes, and you'll be able to find literally a lot of quotes you can just put onto any designs for stickers and t-shirts and the like. And as you can see, a lot of these quotes are actually also the ones that are on Redbubble and are actually selling the best on Redbubble, like Variant and Burden with Glorious Purpose. If I just go back to this page, you'll definitely find a lot of those quotes on here. If I just scroll through,
a few moments later,
you'll see it right here, right? So it's I am Loki of Asgard and Burden with Glorious Purpose, and then there's Variant Identified. So these are both of the examples that are already selling well on Redbubble, which is sort of proof that this method has worked. But again, you do want to focus on newer franchises when they come out, right? And be one of the first people to sell products related to them. But anyhow, for an example of how to design a product related to this, you can literally just take to a website like canva.com, and you can, for example, type in stickers in the search bar to find templates that they have, or you can just use a blank template and just create your own design based on a quote, right? It can just be a very simple text-based design, and that could also work well. For example, if I search up Google, you'll find lots of shirts that have the Burden with Glorious Purpose quote on it. So that's sort of proof that this method has already been working quite well. And also, if you just go on to, if you go onto Canva, you can definitely use their templates, and you can just change the text. Again, these are all customizable. You can change the images, you can change the text, obviously, you can change the color. But when you're using any of the images on Canva, try to stick with, when you go to the Elements tab, try to stick with the ones that are free, because those usually have those usually are not restricted by copyright. Or you can also go to the Pixabay link here. If you don't have it, just go to more and just click on Pixabay. But anyhow, images from Pixabay or even Pexels, you'll be able to use and sell on merch without any problems. And once you're done and satisfied with your design, there's actually one more step you'll have to take if you don't have Canva Pro. And that's because with Canva Pro, you'll actually be able to download any of these images and remove any of the backgrounds, right? So for example, with Canva Pro, you can download the image without the white background here and just have the circular image be your the one that you upload onto Redbubble and other platforms to sell. But if you don't have Canva Pro, you can simply just download the image as is. So what you'll want to do is to go to the top right, click on the download button here, and then select, let's see, PNG high quality. So normally you would download it as like a vector image, right? But in this case, we'll download it as a PNG, and here you cannot, notice how you cannot tick transparent background if you're not on Canva Pro. I used to have it, but not currently. But anyhow, that's okay. I can just still download it. And so the way to do this without Canva Pro, which by the way does have a free trial, would be to go on to Google and search for a background remover. And I found that the Adobe one works quite well. So with this, I can just simply upload my image. So you can click on upload your photo right here on the bottom left, and just drag in your image, and then just, you have to actually sign in as well, but you can create an account for free. And all you have to do is just click download after it's done removing the background, as you can see here, and with that you'll have your new image. Then you can simply upload your design onto Redbubble, on which you can actually go to the top right to click on add new work, and after that it'll ask you to just upload your image, and then it'll show up this page where you can customize your title, your tags, and description, all of which should be related to your franchise, right? So Loki, perhaps except for the title. And then with the tags, you can have multiple tags and so on and so forth. And then below that, you'll actually customize the different types of merch you want to actually enable, right? So the cool thing about Redbubble is that it actually, for one design, it actually allows you to sell multiple different types of products. For example, we have shirts of many different colors and also sizes potentially, and also caps, and a lot of different stuff like phone cases, stickers obviously is a really good one, pillows, you name it. So you can actually go on and enable as many of these as you want, and you don't even have to do this for each design that you upload, because you just have to customize these things once, and provided you upload images of the same dimensions and want them to be fulfilled on the same items, for each new design that you upload, you can simply copy over your old settings from your previous design, and thus saving you a bunch of time. So you don't have to do all this customization like multiple times, you only have to do it once. And now, besides Redbubble, there are actually a bunch of other platforms you can upload your designs onto to actually increase your profits and the amount of traffic you get to just even one design, right? And first of all, Redbubble is just one marketplace, although it is a huge marketplace on which people can definitely go and search for and find your products to buy. But now we're actually going to be shifting to a slightly different strategy and also using the same design here, so you don't have to actually do a lot of extra work, and all you have to do is to upload your designs onto other platforms, namely this one called Teespring is the one that I most recommend, because this one allows you to actually customize and sort of flesh out your very own online store on which you can list any type of merch you want completely for free, as I've done here with some of my digital entrepreneurship themed and my channel themed merch. But you can definitely do so with, you know, whatever type of store you want to do. And then on the side, you can also create content for it on, say, social media or YouTube to promote all the stuff again for free. And on to step number 3, and that is creating content to actually grab more attention, or even running a dedicated page like a YouTube channel or a social media page to actually get traffic to the items you want to sell. So for example, one way to do this would be to do YouTube, and it's actually very easy to create relevant videos that will actually be able to get a lot of traffic with minimal work, and that is to use largely B-roll and perhaps commentate over it while reading over a script. And that's probably sounded a bit complicated, so let me go through it step by step. So the first thing you want to do is to, for example, download some B-roll that are actually from the franchise you want to cover. So for example, you can literally go in, if you're going to do Loki for instance, you can actually go and search up things like Loki trailer, and you can actually download it. By the way, I would do so by just going over to, or let me click into the video, and what I need to do is to click on share here, copy the link, and then go on to Google to find a YouTube downloader. And most of these should work, but just you might have to test out a couple before you come across one that really works. But I know that this one should work, so all I have to do is to paste in the link, click on download, and I'll be able to download the video myself. And as for what I said earlier about being able to read off a script to create your videos with, you can actually use a website here called Fandom, which actually houses lots of so-called wikis for different franchises, including some of the most popular and newest franchises out there, like for example Loki, which is from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I'll show you in just a bit. But essentially from Fandom, the great thing is that if you actually look at their licensing, the articles on Fandom, and it actually be indicated below each article, they actually use a license called CC by SA, which actually allows people to sort of reuse the article for any purpose, including commercial use, which means you can actually read off an article or just take bits and pieces from an article and just use that to commentate your video, right? And combined with the B-roll, which is pre-recorded, you know, video clips you download from wherever, like your Loki trailer, you can actually just put together certain clips that are already existing from, you know, whatever TV show or whatever you're covering, and then just commentate over it by reading through some of these articles right on Fandom. For example, I found this Loki article, and if you wanted to do like a Loki related video, you could easily use this article to do some kind of the history of Loki or the background of Loki, so on and so forth, right? Or like the life of Loki. And you'll actually find videos just like these on YouTube as well. For example, there's a channel called Movie Film that does quite a lot of this, and the most recent example is also from the, or one of the most recent examples is also from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If you look at the video on the far right here, it says there's a video called The Life of Wanda Maximoff, which is Scarlet Witch, which was from another relatively new Disney Marvel TV show, right? And so literally this person is just getting, or this channel is actually just getting for this video, first of all, the video clips are from the show itself, right? So if I just scroll through really quick, there's also like comic book images that they can also just download online, and there's like a lot of movie and TV show clips that they literally just downloaded and compiled into this video, right? It doesn't have to be this long, right? This is sort of a longer video, but it's okay if yours is a bit shorter. And then for the voiceover part of it, you can literally just go onto Fandom and just read off some of the parts here to commentate on the video, and there's your video. And to create your video, you can simply head on over to canva.com, make sure you have the right dimensions, which is 1920 by 1080, or you can just go over to here to search up YouTube video and it'll give you the right dimensions in pixels. Anyhow, all you have to do is to upload any video clips you've downloaded from YouTube and just trim them and then do your commentary on top of it, right? Which you can then simply read off of from, say, Fandom, right? And by doing so, even if you use official video clips from, say, movie trailers, TV show trailers, and even scenes directly from the show, as long as you're not uploading everything like the full clip of everything with the entire video of everything, and you're actually commentating over your split up like trimmed clips, this is actually considered fair use, which actually makes it legal even for monetization on YouTube.
You guys are getting paid?
And to string together your video clips to create a video, you can simply upload again your video clips and then just drag them into your canvas here, resize them, and then you can also adjust the or trim whatever you want to be in your each scene, right? So for example, you don't want the whole trailer to be your first scene. You want to go to the top left to actually trim this. So for example, if I just want like this part to be scene number 1 of my video, it'll be like these 10 seconds. I'll click done on the top right. And then for the next page, which by the way, you can keep adding as many pages as you need to make your video, and those will just be your new scenes, right? I can just put the same trailer in the second scene, and then I can just trim out a different part for my second scene, right? So again, top left, and then just find whatever parts I want for my second scene. This is a very easy way to just put together a video, right? And then after you have all of your scenes set up roughly, and you can always keep, you know, adjusting as you go, you can actually do a voiceover right on Canva as well, and that's one of the new cool features that they have. All you have to do is to go to the top right. Obviously you need to have a microphone, so after that you can go to the top right, click on, let's see, if you scroll, okay, it's on here, it says present and record rather. So it's this link here that says present and record. If you just click on this and click on go to recording studio, it'll actually be able to play the video for you, and then you can just voice over it just like that, right? Here it says my microphone is blocked and camera is blocked. You can actually show your face as well if you want to, but you definitely don't need to for these types of videos. I currently have it blocked because if I enable it, it'll actually mess up my microphone settings. I have like very specific settings for my YouTube videos, so I don't want to enable it right now, but definitely tested it out and it does work quite well. And you can even add notes on the top right if you want, you know, notes to read. And those notes can actually very well be, you know, whatever you copy from Fandom, right? So for example, if you find articles on Loki, you can just copy, you know, parts of it and put it onto the top right here for your script to read off of. Very, very convenient indeed. Now, if you don't want to do a voiceover, you can actually do more YouTube shorts or TikTok style vertical videos, and these will be really short videos of usually less than a minute. But I do recommend the longer form, you know, commentated videos, because those will usually be a bit more, you know, watched and successful. But if you want to, you can do sort of trivia type video clips, for example, and you can edit it in the same way as you would like the earlier example, except you might not do a voiceover and instead would have like captions like these, or like these rather. Or if you use TikTok itself, they actually have like a text-to-speech feature, which could be helpful as well. So these are just kind of two ways to do videos. And now as for how to make additional money from these videos, in addition to say YouTube ads, which again will look better for a channel with longer videos, because you actually need to qualify to be able to qualify for YouTube ads, you actually need 4,000 hours of watch time, which is very difficult to reach with YouTube Shorts, but YouTube might be adding more features for that. But anyhow, one way to monetize is to take whatever you've created for merch. So for example, if you have like your Redbubble merch, or you know, your stickers or your Teespring merch that you put onto your store, you can definitely on your YouTube videos or even other platforms just link to your store, right? Or whatever products you have for sale right under the video, right? So a lot of people actually do this under a YouTube video. They actually put links below, and they can even promote the product in the video itself by having just a caption or mentioning it, so that people will know to go and purchase this merch. So this will be yet another way for you to make some money. And besides that, you can also use social media as well, right? So this is yet an even easier, or you can do it at the same time, way to get some traffic to some of the merch you've created to sell. So for example, here we have like a low-key fan page, and they literally are just like posting memes, which you can very well find from places like Reddit as well, right? Reddit is a great place to find memes. I do this all the time as well. So you can definitely find memes, just, you know, screenshot them or download them, upload them onto your Instagram page. And this does work better for like newer franchises, where they're not as saturated, right? And then in your link in your bio, you can just link whatever you have for sale on, say, Redbubble or Teespring or whatever platform. Or one last alternative would be to do affiliate marketing, which is, for example, this guy here has a link here, which actually links to a specific store for like movie franchises, and you can actually become an affiliate of them, which means if you actually promote their product and people buy from your link, say from like an Instagram link, you actually earn a commission from each sale without having to worry about, you know, creating any of these products or setting up a store yourself. But you can definitely set up your own store if you want to, and that would be usually preferred for like a higher profit margin. But this can be a way, like an alternative way and an easier way to make some money as well. And that is pretty much all I wanted to show you in today's video. Remember, you can check out my top recommended YouTube method for making money online using the first link below. And with that, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.